Good afternoon. This is Robert Friedman. I'm co-founder of Sundown Networking, and today it's my privilege to be with Phoebe Browning. Phoebe is CEO and Queen Bee of FeeBee Business Consulting Services, LLC. She's also a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor and an MBA. Phoebe, first off, what is a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor? What does that mean?
Well, a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor is someone that belongs to QuickBooks as a yearly subscriber. And what happens is they give you all of the software that is involved with QuickBooks, so you become familiar with every type of industry that might be used. But then you take it another step. You have to pass a series of tests. There's probably 7 quizzes in each section, and there's 3 sections. And in each section there's a final exam, and then after the 3 final exams, there's a final exam. So you have to pass a series of around 25 tests, and then you become certified in QuickBooks.
So in relation to say, if I was doing a comparison to a public accountant, not a CPA, but a public accountant, how does this, equate?
Well, it's more of, it's being certified in the software, and you do learn a lot of the accounting with the software, but it's more kind of being MCSC, Microsoft certified, because you really learn all the ins and outs of the software and what the software does for you. So
basically, I've heard you at solopreneur council meetings and in networking groups, breakfast meetings and such. Apparently, you bring a lot of order into people's chaotic bookkeeping and business lives. Can you go through the process that so you get a brand new client, what you do upon a first meeting or consultation?
Well, the first thing I do is I have a phone conversation with them, and then I send them a pre-consultation questionnaire, because it really helps me pinpoint what the entrepreneur's need is. And in that questionnaire, I ask questions such as, do you currently use QuickBooks? How comfortable are you with your bookkeeping skills? Do you know how to read your financial report? What are you looking to get out of this meeting? So then I go in, I meet with them, and I find out what they're looking for. One thing FeeBee Business Consulting Services like to tout ourselves as our efficiency experts. Not only do we look at streamlining people's bookkeeping and teaching them to make their QuickBooks as easy as possible, but we also look for ways to make their office more streamlined and easier. Oftentimes I bring in other people, other outsourced people that can help them with their IT skills, their marketing skills, their senior financial planner, also a trusted group of people, insurance, also a trusted group of people that I do on a referral basis.
So you work with investment advisor type people, CPAs, attorneys, into a team approach. How your ideal client would be what size?
I really enjoy working with the micro client. I'm very much one-on-one with the entrepreneur. I find that when I go into medium-sized businesses, you often have to work with the business manager who isn't always able to make the decisions that I want them to make. So I really like to work with a smaller micro business that I can sit with and make recommendations for, and who is just kind of cuts out the gatekeeper.
Now, QuickBooks, for those in the audience who don't know it, I know that's very powerful software. But what makes QuickBooks so unique and so useful?
Well, QuickBooks is actually 80% of the market. So if you look at it, it's 80%, it covers 80%. The thing that makes QuickBooks different and special is it's so easy to use when it's set up correctly. Oftentimes people tend to try to overthink their QuickBooks, and that's when they get into trouble, as they make it too big, too much, and it's very simple. And the simpler you keep it, then the main function of QuickBooks is report generation. It's knowing where your money is, how much you're making, how much you're spending, where it's going, and how much you look forward to having. And the simpler you have it set up, the better your reports will be.
I think you bring a lot of good information to the table. It would seem to me that a lot of people, even though it should be the first priority with their business and what they do, that handling their bookkeeping or their records and their financial affairs seems to go last when it should be first.
Absolutely. People seem, it's the last thing they do because most people don't see the value in it. Knowing where your money is from the beginning really saves you a lot of headache. Knowing what you're spending and where you're losing money, especially with products and income and sales, knowing what's making you money and what's costing you money is just invaluable. You know, it's very easy to bleed a business dry very quickly of its funds.
I think that what you do is extremely valuable. If someone needs to reach you, what's the best way to reach you?
The best way to reach me is by phone. My phone is 203-887-8485, and that is on all the time, and that's the best way to reach me.
Yeah, and I also know that you are very highly regarded within the Greater New Haven Chamber of Commerce, and that you have a lot of satisfied clients. Do you give references upon request?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I have many a happy client that will gladly tell you to use me.
Well, okay, this has been really instructive and very rewarding. I think the lowest common denominator, or the bottom line for everybody out there watching, is this person, Ms. Browning, can save you a lot of money, for potentially thousands or tens of thousands of dollars, by helping you tend to the things that you don't tend to. So for the moment, this is Robert Friedman and Phoebe Browning saying good afternoon.